This is San Diego News Daily.
Hello and welcome to San Diego News Daily. I'm Dana Williams. White House Border Czar Tom Homan and U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Commissioner, they're scheduled to be in San Diego today along our border with Mexico. This, as it was announced, the Navy is taking control of a large part of the California border. This week, the Department of the Interior said it was transferring jurisdiction of 760 acres to the military to create a national defense area. It stretches from the Otay Mountain Wilderness area to just before the Arizona border. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum said, quote, "By working with the Navy to close longstanding security gaps, we are strengthening national defense, protecting our public lands from unlawful use, and advancing the president's agenda." Meantime, we have new numbers showing exactly who ICE is arresting in San Diego and how we compare to the rest of the country. NBC7 Investigates has been crunching those numbers from the Department of Homeland Security and found ICE arrests are rising faster here than anywhere else in the country, with 58% of those arrested here having no criminal record. Shelby Bremer spoke with a local woman who says her husband is one of them.
He's kind. They call him Murrow because it means silent one in Spanish.
Tricia Sleet Castaneda says Misael won her heart without saying a word.
I saw him standing in the doorway and I was like, who is that? My mom's like, that's the one I was telling you about. That's the one. I knew from that moment that he was going to be my husband.
Married now for 12 years, Tricia says they've applied to adjust his immigration status, but watched nervously as the Trump administration rose to power on the promise of mass deportations.
You know, I feared it every single day.
On November 12th, that fear became a reality when Misael stepped outside their City Heights home to move his car, and federal agents broke his window to take him into custody. Tricia says her daughter was recording and asked for a warrant, which the family still hasn't seen.
There would have been no reason for a stop like that because he wasn't breaking the law.
She says he has no criminal history, but he's now at the Otay Mesa Detention Center.
It's been horrible because he's my backbone. He's my person. And him not being there is just hard. It's so painful at night.
New numbers obtained by the Deportation Data Project and analyzed by NBC7 Investigates show ICE arrests nationwide have doubled this year compared to last. But in San Diego, they're up nearly 7 times over. And that increase is driven by arrests of people without a criminal history or pending charges. In San Diego, that was about 300 people in all of 2024. Just through October of this year, that number was nearly 3,000.
I've never seen it like this.
Immigration attorneys say more of their clients are being detained, and it's now harder to get them out.
They said they would go after the worst of the worst, those criminal aliens, those people who are bad hombres, but we're seeing the opposite.
Murrow, don't say anything. Do not talk to them at all. Keep your mouth shut, Murrow. Don't say anything to anyone.
Broken glass still litters their street, and Tricia now wears her husband's nickname on a necklace as she fights for his release, wondering why this even happened at all.
He's never even gotten a speeding ticket, parking ticket, and he's being detained like he's a criminal.
Again, that was NBC's Shelby Bremer. The owner of a local auto shop is frustrated this weekend. That's after his property was damaged in a police bus located right next door. It happened Thursday with police busting an illegal casino. They seized dozens of gambling machines, and one of the spots they went to was right next to the MGK auto shop. When the owner showed up, his gate was busted, doors off their hinges, and his security camera was disconnected.
Very sure this is going to be hit on my business and my reputation and everything. So I don't know what's going to be.
Both addresses were on the search warrant because it was one building. So what he thought was the next morning when he showed up was a burglary, was SWAT just accessing his building.
8 people were arrested. Their charges have not yet been released. About a quarter of downtown San Diego's office spaces aren't being used right now. That's according to Q3 market data from CBRE, a global commercial real estate firm. Their executive vice president says ideally the vacancy rate would be in the single digits, but he says it's not all bad. His take, this is part of a reset.
If you go back the last 14 years, there have been 2 owners that have owned half of downtown. And that completely changes the market versus what we're seeing today, where at the end of this transition, we're going to end up with no owner that owns more than maybe 2 buildings.
One area downtown that he says has a lower vacancy rate is the west end of Broadway. 2 buildings there were recently sold to a business owner focused on what he calls impact investing. He hopes to bring back events like a farmer's market. With only a couple of weeks left until Christmas, hundreds of North County families got help this week to put a little extra food on their table for the holidays. Feeding San Diego held a food distribution event for 1,000 people at Emmanuel Faith Community Church. Several families say they're really thankful for help.
Family, you don't have to go, buy, already there, fresh fruit. I love fresh fruit, vegetable.
This is an all hands on deck kind of moment. We all need to step up and do our part.
The food distribution events are continuing all month at locations across the county. You can go to the Feeding San Diego website and click on the tab Find Food for details. Our NBC7 meteorologist will have a look at your weather right after this.
You count on breaking news.
People running in the streets, they have their kids, they have their pets.
And help preparing for the unexpected.
Small fire right now, we'll keep an eye on it.
You count on stories from your community. You count on getting different points of view.
We're still human.
And your voice being heard.
We need help.
You count on in-depth reporting.
It's a mess, and it's making people sick.
Because you know the whole story is more than just the headline. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7 and Telemundo 20.
Happy Saturday. Taking a look at what you can expect for your weekend. We have that dense fog advisory up and down the coastline through 10 o'clock. And as we get into this afternoon, you can expect some clouds, mid to high level clouds streaming overhead. Otherwise, those temperatures for those coastal communities from the low to upper 60s. We're still trending from the low to upper 70s and actually above the seasonal average in some cases for your inland valley communities. Over the mountains, a good mix of 60s to the 70s, and we have some 80s in the mix for your desert region. So lots of events happening for today. Gas Lamp Holiday Pet Parade downtown. So this starts at 11 a.m. It's going to be great weather, really comfortable. Again, cloud cover there, but upper 60s in the mix. Or if you're heading to La Mesa, the Holiday in the Village event starting at noon goes until 9 o'clock this evening. Your temperatures there, especially right around 2 o'clock, close to those low 70s. We will have that cloud cover there as well. And then we're looking at those temperatures to taper to those 50s probably around 6, 7 o'clock tonight. So just make sure you're dressing in layers if you're heading out this evening, whatever you're doing. And for your future weather pattern, breezy conditions picking up Monday, Tuesday because of a mild to moderate Santa Ana wind event. So we have that high pressure building over the west. That warm sinking air is not only going to increase the temperatures locally, but also make for some dry conditions. And here is a look at El Cajon specifically. Sunday through Thursday. So Monday and Tuesday looks to be the warmest days of the week. Typically for this area around December, the high would be around 70 degrees. So you can see we're trending above that, obviously, getting back into those 80s Monday and Tuesday. Now, for the extended forecast over the coastline, we're also going to be warming up within that time period, low to mid 70s possible Monday and Tuesday. Again, with those 80s by Monday, Tuesday for the valleys. 60s and 70s, however, for the mountain communities could be a bit breezier there with those easterly winds developing. And for the desert region, pretty consistent over this area. We're looking at those low to mid 80s over the next 10 days, Dana.
Brooke, thanks so much. A holiday light spectacular has arrived in Del Mar. It was opening day yesterday for Coastal Christmas, an experience that takes you right into the holiday spirit with tons of fun and family-friendly activities. It's all happening at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Del Mar has transformed into a seaside wonderland with more than 2 million Christmas lights illuminating the heart of the fairgrounds. Tunnels and sculptures of dazzling lights sparked joy and wonder among people of all ages.
I love Christmas lights. I love the spirit of Christmas, and I just think it brings back your childhood. It lights up, and people walk through, they're like, they just didn't know. It's the awe in it. It's inspiring.
Oh, that was a big group there. You still got time to see the lights. The event goes through December 26th. And there's more coverage you can count on at NBC7.com. And you can always find us on your Roku or your Samsung Smart TV app. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Dana Williams.